So as you follow along to this routine, all our sticks that we use are color coded. And if you buy yours off of Amazon or Temu or wherever you buy your tools, if you bought the same ones, they obviously don't come color coded. So I'm just gonna show you and explain which are which, just so that you know. So we don't use these first two because they're too big to use for anything, so you can just set those aside, because in most of my videos, we don't use them. And so you're left with these. So in this order, you can look, and it basically goes in this order from biggest to smallest: green, blue, white, yellow, pink, and black, down to the smallest one. So for today's class, I'm going to be using this really cute color palette. It has a couple like peachy colors, super cute. So warning, this palette has a lot of mixing going on. So yeah, pay attention. So for paint color number 1, I'm using Craft Smart Multi-Surface Parchment. For paint color number 2, I'm using Craft Smart Multi-Surface Fern Green. Paint color number 3, now here's where things get a little bit confusing. So for paint color 3, I mixed this color myself. And that color is the mix of these 3 colors. Craft Smart Natural Buff with Craft Smart Coral Reef and this other color that I mixed. But since we're mixing it all into one, you can totally find something similar to this. You don't have to mix a completely new color to mix into that one. So you can find something similar, but I will still give you the paint colors that I used to mix this one. I used Craft Smart Bright Pink, Craft Smart Red, and Deco Art Americana Milk Chocolate. And then for paint color number 4, I used Craft Smart Multi-Surface Peach. For paint color number 5, I used this color, Craft Smart Coral Reef, for number 5. And for paint color number 6, I used Craft Smart Multi-Surface Vintage Gold. So yeah, I hope that wasn't too confusing. Like I said, you can totally find something similar to this color so that you don't have to mix this one to mix into that one. You can find something similar. But yeah, hope you enjoy.
Yeah. Which one?
Okay, so now we're gonna start on the turtle. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is the eyes, because it has a lot of overlapping and we need the layers to dry in between. So we're gonna take the white stick and you're gonna use paint color 1. And just gonna give your turtle some eyes on both sides. If you want, I can give you white. Okay.
You might have jaundice.
And then if you want, you can use the yellow twirly, the smaller end, and give it some lashes. Yes, smaller end.
Give it some lashes.
Okay, so next step, we're gonna move on to the shell. We're gonna take the blue stick with paint color 3. And if you look closely at the shell of the turtle, you will kind of almost see like rings around. And if you follow those rings toward the middle, that's where your center is.
3, you said?
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah.
Yes, paint color 3. And you're just gonna place a dot right in the middle. Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink twirly with paint color 2. Smaller end. And so we want to make sure that our mandala design is symmetrical. So there's like a method I use, the north, south, west, east method. West, east, yeah. To make sure that your design is symmetrical. So you put one north of the middle dot. Then you're going to go right across from that one and place one to the south.
Big end or little end?
Small end, little end.
And this is paint color 2?
Yes. And then you're going to try and find the center of those two and put a dot to the west. And then another dot across from that one to the east. So these would be like our 4 guiding dots. Okay, once you have these 4 dots, you're going to go in between and place dots in between the gaps. So you should have 8 dots.
With the same color, correct?
Yes, same color, same size.
Do we dip each time?
Yes, yes. And then with the same size and same color, you're gonna go in between one more time. So you should have 16 dots all the way around.
Hers is so nice. Mine looks years of
Oh, man, I just touched his
years.
I must have done that wrong.
I think it could be washed up.
Oh, my dots aren't even.
Because it's too close, I think.
Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink twirly bigger end with paint color 5. And we're gonna put these dots in between but above the ones we just did. So you don't wanna put it completely above like this, but kind of in that little gap, crease, yeah.
With the little one? No, the big one. The big one. Shoot, look what I did. Oh, brother. Oh, my goodness. And I ended up with more dots than I was supposed to. We'll get to that later.
Okay, next step, we're gonna take the white twirly bigger end with paint color 6. And we're gonna do the same thing we just did. We're gonna place dots in between but above all the way around.
I'm sorry, what number of paint again?
6.
Thank you.
You're adding your own.
In between.
Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink stick with paint color 4, and we're gonna place these dots in between but above, but you're going to skip a gap. So you should have 8 of these in total.
This is in the first color.
In paint color 4.
Four with four of them. Color four, and we're placing them.
And we're doing those in between.
Pink stick.
They're going in between the gaps?
Every other, did you say, Liz?
Yes, so you should have 8 of these in total. Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink twirly with paint color 1, and we're going to walk the dots. So using the bigger end for this first dot, then you'll switch to the smaller end of the pink twirly, dip again into the paint, and then without re-dipping, going to go around, re-dip, and then go around the other way.
So the big end first, at the top, and then the little one.
Are we gonna do that for all of them?
Yes,
And this is number 1?
yes.
Yeah, number 1 color. Pink will be the bigger end.
Once you get everything, kind of those little things that we're so focused on now, sure. It's just so often it fixes. Yeah.
Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink twirly again with paint color 2, and we're gonna walk the dots again. Bigger end for the first dot, and then you'll switch to the smaller end to walk the dots.
Number 2 color.
Yes,
And the big end of the pink big end of the twirly.
yes.
The pink big end, number 2. And then do that again.
Big end.
Okay. Big end and then walk the
So you
dot.
just keep. So the big end the whole time?
No, you'll switch to the smaller end.
Get them in there. Earlier stuff. just not gonna fly.
Once you get it all on, mine was terrible this time.
Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink stick and the pink twirly. So using the pink stick with paint color 5. Oh, I'm sorry, paint color 3. And you're gonna place a dot here in between our walking the dots, and then using the pink twirly smaller end, you're gonna drag the paint down to make a teardrop.
What color paint are we doing that with?
3.
3. And that's the small. She said we are putting a dot, and then we are dragging it.
And it's the small end of the swirly?
Yes.
Did you say small end of pink?
Yes.
Small end is this one. And we're dragging it down.
Number 3.
Oh, no, that's bad.
Uh-huh.
So that's a little crooked, but it's okay. The small end and number 3. Oh my gosh. Okay, could you dot
Small of the twirly. Right. Anyone else?
Sure.
Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink stick
Okay.
with paint color 5, and we're just gonna put a dot above the teardrop we made.
Dot above the teardrop. Dot above the teardrop.
Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink twirly with paint color 6, and we're gonna walk the dots. So
Small end or big for this one?
bigger end for this first dot, and then you'll switch to the smaller
And
end.
you said 6?
Yes.
Yes, that's color small.
Around?
Wait, this is 6, you said?
Yes.
Color 6.
I know. Yeah. Do they have what?
I said, are they looking at you?
Yeah, mine are too. Well, I don't know. I think it's down.
You told me, but I didn't.
Okay. Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink twirly with paint color 2, and we're gonna walk the dots again. So bigger end for the first dot, but you're not gonna switch to the smaller end. You're just gonna re-dip with the bigger end and walk the dots with the bigger end.
What color did you say? 2?
2.
Okay.
Pink's really big on the
It's not 2, she said 3. And the bigger end, she said.
Color 2.
Yeah, when you're right, you have to kind of.
Yeah, so you don't smear it.
Okay, next step, we're gonna take the white twirly with paint color 4, and we're gonna walk the dots. Bigger end for the first dot, and then you'll switch to the smaller end to walk the dots.
Another white twirl.
Yeah. Color 4 big white.
5. She said 5, right?
Paint color 4.
4. Sorry.
Then big end.
Big end first, then
Oh,
small.
red walk in the dog again.
I just want to see how far down she walks the dog. I said dog dots.
That's how we rock them. I have one that's kind of like.
Okay, next step, we're going to give our turtle some color in the eye. So you're gonna take the yellow stick, and you can pick any color you want, and you're just going to place the colorful part. So you don't want to put it exactly in the middle, because then your turtle's gonna be looking like this. So either put it kind of facing up or down, or wherever you want your turtle looking.
What color stick?
Yellow.
Yellow? There we go.
Any color?
That's what
Okay, next step, we're gonna take the white twirly with paint color 1, and we're gonna walk the dots. So you're gonna use the bigger end for this first dot, and then you're not gonna switch to the smaller end. You'll just re-dip the bigger end and walk the dots with the bigger end.
We're gonna do everything with the bigger end, right?
Yes. White twirly, bigger end with paint color 1, and you're gonna walk the dots, but you're not gonna switch to the smaller end.
Big end, number 1.
Okay, next step, we're gonna take the pink twirly with paint color 5. Okay, so watch carefully. We're gonna use,
That's a scary thing to say.
okay, so we're gonna use the bigger end first, and you're gonna do a drag right in the middle of our 2 walking the dots. Then you're gonna dip again and do on either side of it,
Oh, that's cute.
like this.
Okay.
Then you're gonna dip again
Gotcha.
and go again.
Oh, jeez.
4 times.
Or whatever you can fit.
5 times.
Yeah.
And then you'll switch to the smaller end and do it one more time.
Oh.
Or as many times as you can do.
Okay.
And what color are we doing?
5.
Oh, in the middle.
What color's the big end, right? Color?
5.
Big end, little end.
Big end so you're gonna do 1 in the middle, 2 on the side, and then 1 more on the side, and then you'll switch to the smaller end.
This is the last thing we're doing on the top?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I'm sorry, did you say they use the same tip all the way through except for the last 2?
Yes.
Thank you.
did I do with the white one? Just the white one.
Okay, last step on the shell, we're going to take the white stick with paint color 5 and we're going to overlap the middle dot. So make sure to still leave a sliver of the original color. So white stick with paint color 5 and you're going to overlap the center dot. But you want to make sure that you still leave a sliver of the original color, so you're not completely overdotting it.
Aquarius, it was cold.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to the flippers of the turtle. So we're basically just going to do like random dots like this.
I think I managed that.
Okay.
Specific colors.
Paint colors 2, 3, 4, and 5.
2, 3, 4, and 5.
So all except the 1 and 6, yeah.
Okay, we're starting out with
Okay,
this one.
so we're gonna use the white stick, pink stick, and the black stick,
And pink. Okay.
and the pink twirly.
I'm supposed to say them white, pink, and black. Black and itty bitty.
Okay.
Okay, so how you're gonna do this is you're gonna start with the biggest tool, the white stick,
Okay.
and you just kind of alternate colors and just place dots around the flippers, like,
Whichever color we want? Or what?
yes,
Okay.
yes. And just kind of alternate colors, like put a couple of 5, put a couple of 4, just
You
kind
put
of.
Just one on each one, or just?
Whatever you like.
All right, I got it. Oh, you got it. Now, do we use the twirly for the little tiny one?
Yeah, so once you can't place any more dots with the white stick, you're gonna move on to the smaller stick, the pink stick, and fill in gaps with that size. Then once you can't put any more dots with the pink stick, you'll move on to the black stick and then the pink twirly.
We can fund it.
Okay, very last step. You're gonna take the black stick and you have a little container of black paint. And you're just gonna give your turtle a pupil.
And that's the black stick?
Yes.
What's a black stick?
Not good.
Sorry?
Black stick.
Yes.
That's it. Better on.
We have the black stick.
Okay, so now that my turtle is fully dry, I'm going to do some overlapping with some liquid pearls. So these don't have any names for the colors. This one's kind of like a bright neon pink, and this one's almost like a rose gold type. I buy these at Michael's, and they don't have names for the color, so. And I'm just going to overlap a couple dots here. So using the bright pink, I'm going to overlap these teardrops. Now I'm going to take the lighter color liquid pearls and I'm going to overlap these dots here. And just like that, we're all done with the turtle.